I don't ever slow up, so I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough, wanna hate this, I'll go show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Garage but driven.
Alright guys, so this is going to be a separate video where I actually fix the rust and stuff on the top of the car and all the loose paint and everything like that. But it's about to rain for 3 or 4 days and I don't want it to get any more rusty than it already is, even though it's probably not going to hurt it. I'd probably rather just, instead, I want to test this out. I might just spray a little bit, just give it a little layer of protection right now quickly, just to kind of test it out and just to see how it does. Now, normally what you would do is you would first make sure you got any loose rust and stuff off and everything like that with a brush or something, and like a metal brush, and just got all the loose bits off and things like that, and or sand it or whatever, and then you would put a wax degreaser on it, and then you would put this. But I just want to see how it kind of does, just to give it a little bit of protection, because I've got to resand the whole roof anyways, you know. So I just want to test the stuff out, just see if it adds a little bit of protection, just in a little bit of that, instead of just letting it rust a little bit more. So let's just have some fun.
Now, just quickly, I want to point out, I know this was a very cringy moment, and it looks like, what the freak are you doing? But it's okay, guys, because I'm going to do a complete proper respray. I'm going to tape everything down. I'm going to freaking sand everything properly. I'm going to freaking fill anything I need to fill. I'm going to primer anything. I'm going to do everything properly. It's going to be looking absolutely perfect. But this was just a little test, because it's supposed to convert rust to something that is basically sandable and no longer rust. It's supposed to convert it into converters, the name it is. So I was just testing it out, and like I said, I can't really do anything worse than what's already there. So it was just a quick little thing, plus it was going to rain, and I just didn't want to keep seeing all the rust on the top. So don't criticize me just yet, even though, yes, it is very cringy. Fun fact, I actually know how to properly spray paint a car. I was taught by a professional Japanese spray painter when I lived in Japan. By the way, I went to high school in Japan, in case you know that. But I learned from a very, very good professional spray painter in Japan how to do it properly.
I would normally take this all up.
So I do know how to do it properly. In fact, I did my first own car, full, completely, wet sanded, painted, the whole 9 by myself after he taught me. So yeah, I know what I'm doing. I just don't look like it right now, but I do. Well, I was 18 then, but I still remember a couple things. Yeah, it'll be alright. Yeah, maybe. Probably. We'll see.
2,000 years later.
Well, that was a waste of time. It didn't even freaking rain, so I could have waited until now, when I could actually see, to freaking do it in the first place. So, as you see here, I'm just kind of touching it up a little bit, but yeah, I guess it converted the rust. Yippee-ki-yay. Oh, and another interesting thing I discovered, rust converter is not like spray paint at all, meaning if you spray it on anywhere where there's no rust, it magically disappears. I mean, it does nothing. It just, it like Gonskis. It's magic. important, make sure you always are wearing proper safety gear. Don't do what I did right now. I don't want to send the wrong message. Face mask that you get for COVID isn't good enough. Make sure you have a proper mask with proper filtration things and all that stuff on it. Just do the right thing for yourself and you'll be happy you did. But I know a lot of old school OG spray painters, they don't use that. They just go freaking, I'm going for it. They just do what they do, and hey, no judging. But in my opinion, you should really wear a mask.
So what I'm doing here is I'm taping it up like I should have did in the first place. And because it's daylight and I don't need to rush, I am attempting to just do it a little bit better than I did the day before. Now that, yeah, it's not raining. So, anyways, yeah, whatever. Better late than never, question mark? Yeah, probably not a surprise to any of you guys, but it's kind of hard to see what you're doing when it's dark out. So I did miss some spots, especially in the little crevices around the windscreen and things like that. There's some places where there's still some rust left to be converted. So that's what I'm attempting to do, is just get all that rust converted to organic matter. Make that sound more professional. But yeah, like I said earlier, the funny thing is I didn't know at that time that when I did spray the entire roof and thought, wow, look at it, it's all black and beautiful, it wasn't going to stay that way, because where there's no rust, there's nothing for it to latch onto and to convert and do its magic, and therefore it will just disappear. Especially when you're spraying on peeling paint, which I didn't sand the roof at all when I started this. Doesn't matter anyways, this was just an experiment, as I said, so don't judge me. Please, don't.
Yeah, so I'm really curious about this rust converter stuff, and I hope that it works, because if it does, it's a game changer. This particular brand doesn't even need any prep. Like, you don't have to pre-do anything. They just say, just go to town, spray it on as it is, and everything will be okay. So I'm really interested to see how this works. If you've ever used one before, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, guys, this should be an interesting thing for all of us. Let's see what happens. Wait till you see what color I paint this thing. You guys are going to be blown away, and it is going to look the part. I am absolutely going all out with the paint job. Like I said, we're going to be doing a proper paint job on here, and it's going to hopefully, fingers crossed, look good. I think this is so much fun because like seeing the transformation from a car that is just peeling paint, rust, all these different things. It was so filthy when I got it. Like all of these things combined, and then the end product is going to make it that much more rewarding, and I'm like so excited for it, and I can't wait to bring you guys along for the journey. Subscribe, all notifications on so you don't miss out, because this is going to be a fun build. Anything is better than rust, I guess. It definitely looks better. I'm happy with it. This is just a temporary measure, like I said, and I just wanted to see what this rust converter was all about. Never used it before. Wanted to see if it could indeed just make things a little bit easier. Because if this works, means I won't have to sand it all the way back to bare metal to get all the rust off. So that's going to be the real test. So make sure you stay subscribed with all notifications on so you don't miss the future video where we find out together if the rust really is gone, if it's really been converted or not. Time will tell. Getting inside all those little nooks and crannies, you know, it's hard to reach places, is where I'm really hoping this works, because, you know, it's hard to sand certain areas. So that's where I could see a rust converter in a spray can like this really showing its true strength. So I'm just going over and attempting to make sure right now that I have, you know, made sure everything is covered properly. And yeah, this is the home stretch. I'm super excited. Can't wait to see if this works or not. I know I said earlier I put 3 coats, but man, I lost track, to be honest. I might have put 4 or 5, man. Looking at all this footage now, I'm thinking I might have did 4 or 5 coats. No matter how careful you think you're being, overspray is a real thing. As you can see here, I thought I could just maneuver and MacGyver my way through it all. But yeah, that didn't work well, so now I just made more work for myself. So, boys and girls, always remember to cover anything that you don't want to get any paint on. Just makes life a lot easier. You guys enjoyed this. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that. It's going to be a fun build and lots of cool things to come on this channel. If you're new here, I got a lot of cool awesome stuff planned. So yeah, join the family. Check out merch coming soon on garagebutdriven.com. The website may or may not be up yet. Just it's coming. If it's not, but if it is, shop. But if it's not, bookmark it. It's coming. All right, love you guys. As always, merch on fullest. Keep it off tap. We're out.
A few moments later.
No. I refuse to be out right now. I refuse to go out that way. I'm not ending it this way because I keep using my famous tagline. Okay, it's famous to the people who know it. For my Off Tap Life channel. Keep it off tap, you know. But this channel is Garage But Driven. So it should be, guys, remember to always keep your car garaged but driven. That's better. All right, now we out.